A new education project called Duty to Country tells the stories of Filipino veterans who fought for the United States during World War II and were forgotten. Here's how you can learn more about a little-known chapter of U.S. history. Like any superhero comic, these illustrations tell the stories of heroes, brave Filipino men and women who served the U.S. during World War II. The war ended nearly 80 years ago, but this group is still fighting for recognition and benefits they were promised but denied.
If they rob you of your honor and betray you on the promise that was made to you, they don't pay you and then they discount you. That's hard. You know, it's tantamount to being non-existent.
These videos are part of a collection of free, downloadable resources called Duty to Country Under One Flag, created by the Filipino Veterans Recognition and Education Project. 10 years in the making, the project highlights efforts to repeal the U.S. Rescission Act and correct injustices against Filipino veterans. PhilVet's Vice Chair Marie Blanco worked for the late U.S. Senator Daniel K. Inouye for 34 years.
When I was working for the senator, not many people knew about the Filipino veterans. We worked to put together, to tell the story of the Filipino veterans because their history was omitted.
Blanco, Senator Inouye, U.S. Army Major General Antonio Taguba, Senator Mazie Hirono, and many others advocated for Filipino World War II veterans, passing legislation in 1990 that allowed them to be naturalized citizens, creating an equity compensation fund in 2009, and awarding them congressional gold medals in 2017. Now, the Duty to Country project aims to educate future generations with lesson plans, explainer activities, animations, profile cards, and a graphic novel based on 25 hours of oral histories of key figures. Hawaii native Aria Villafranca created some of the illustrations.
It's a good way to get it out into the schools. That's the goal, is to get it out first in Hawaii.
The Hawaii DOE approved its use in schools. It is now being taught at Leilehua High School, St. Louis, and Sacred Hearts Academy.
I think it's a great example of just active work in democracy and active civil rights work. So hopefully inspiring doing that, whether it's with working for the Filipino veterans or some other cause that they feel very passionate about. So hopefully drive them to take action. Some of my students talked to me about if they could contact their representatives about repealing the Rescission Act. And I was like, yes.
You get written out of history when you're not the one doing the writing.
I'm a historian. I have my PhD in U.S. history, and I never heard this story. With other World War II topics, like the Navajo Code Talkers or the Japanese internment, this is also one of those, U.S. topics that kind of gets covered up. It's not taught from that grassroots guerrilla, fighter perspective. So hopefully Duty to Country will change all that.
A change that's a long time coming for heroes who've waited a lifetime to be recognized. And again, we thank them for their service. The Filipino Community Center will host an event honoring the veterans next Saturday, November 18th at 10 a.m. at the Waipahu Public Library.